What do we normally talk about on the podcast?
We usually just dick around for a while.
All right, well, commence dicking. Welcome to episode 4, Solar Disco Force podcast.
Well, Solar Disco Force Super Show, the podcast.
That's right, the podcast.
It's got a whole long name.
Fox wouldn't pick it up.
No.
No.
Netflix canceled us before we really got our first episode going, which is pretty bad for Netflix. They
cut it with you.
They usually, set up with everything.
Yeah, we're gonna all cuddle together. We're trying a new setup. Get off our back, okay?
We're still willing to negotiate with Netflix if they're willing to talk.
Yeah.
I'm willing to go anime.
We would take just about any deal we could get, though.
That'd be fun being anime.
Yeah.
I'm scared to do the kind of anime you like.
That's true.
No, I mean...
There is a picture out there on our Instagram. If you go follow it at Solar Disco Force, further back in the history, whenever we did the Louisville SuperCon, Groove Machine got himself a body pillow of May from Overwatch.
I can't give him shit for that. I have since bought 2 Dakimakras.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Well, okay, so to be fair, it's not like I have a thing for like anime body pillows or anything. It's I have bad hips, and I like having body pillows to put my legs on.
That's what they all say.
Is it?
I mean, whatever. I mean,
so
I've got
I
nothing against
figured
body
since I was
pillows.
buying body pillows, fuck it, might as well go ironic as shit. I have a Bowsette body pillow and a BB.
BB from Fate.
Yeah, BB from Fate body pillow. You have a collection. You just got a new one.
I did. It came with a game I pre-ordered.
What game came with a body pillow
Cover.
as a pre-order?
Yeah.
Date A Live, Rio Reincarnation.
Is that like one of those adults-only rated games?
No. It's not.
It's already this early in the episode. I have to cut it for technical difficulties. Anyway, so what's going on in the Solar Disco Force world?
Oh, well, we've been discussing new merch.
We have been discussing new merch. That's
Talking
right.
about different things.
Did
We
you see that?
Yeah.
talked about some playing cards.
Yeah, limited edition.
Yep.
We're talking like 5 packs.
Yeah, the super limited edition.
That's right. Like just 5 packs. Not everybody needs like Solar Disco Force playing cards, but a couple people are gonna want them.
Yes. Gamblers. Mostly.
Or fans, whichever.
Famblers. Mostly.
Quit!
Fixing it.
I know.
Your helmet's so busted. Anyway, we've been talking about playing cards. We've also talked about bandanas.
Yeah, we've talked about that for years.
Yeah.
I want to get into screen printing.
Though, I have a bandana that I purchased from Etsy recently.
For Power Rangers?
For Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I have a Fallout one.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So, this was just one that I picked up because it doubles as a face mask for COVID.
That's valid.
But the guy who does them, I think, can do custom ones.
Ooh.
So I can design up. It would be a single color, but I was thinking about doing one of each of us, our faces, and whenever you fold it over, you get like the bottom half to like put around like your face.
I don't think the bottom half of any of our helmet head costumes
Well,
are the most exciting.
the top half is not the most.
We've got a beard.
Yes.
It's got nothing, and we've got an upside down V, and that's it.
Well, you would also just hang it in your room.
That's valid. I mean, I'm not trying to discourage you from having Solar Disco Force bandanas, but the folding to get the bottom is just.
But I was also thinking about each corner having a circle with like each of our helmets on it.
Cool.
And then like the Solar Disco Force Funk Force logo on the 4th corner. And then whenever you fold it to do a headband, you can choose either each one of ours.
That would
depending
be
on how
awesome.
You fold it.
Yeah.
So.
You know what would go really good with that?
These
the buttons
nuts?
we sell on the fucking website.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, I had a Real People answer.
Oh.
Professor Eclipse.
Not a sponsor.
Deets nuts.
Deets nuts. We talked about that last time. Get out of here. Let's see, what else is going on? We got new music coming. We're really finalizing that down.
We have. We'll discuss it a little bit more when we get to our question of the episode. I think it can play. We've got more than one question this episode.
That's valid.
Yeah.
You do?
We got a couple. And we've got a list now, so we can probably do more than one.
Okay. Letting you drive the bus. Okay. All right. Is it question time or is it?
Well, usually we start with a story.
Okay.
Of when we were traveling as a band instead of just parked on the moon.
Stories from on the road.
Yeah. This week's story from On the Road is a tale of failure.
I disagree. It's a tale of miscommunication.
It is. There is a language barrier.
Was there?
Okay. There's a restaurant here in town, or there used to be. They're closed now.
Is this Tacos Mi
Jalisco? Yeah. They had an item on their menu called a sopa. What you receive when you order that was essentially like a pastry with beans in it, and then like meat and like lettuce and guacamole and stuff. It was basically like an open little pastry sandwich.
I don't think that's what it was called.
It was.
It was like wasn't it like a sopipa or...
Sopapilla.
Sopapilla.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
This is the difference. This is the language barrier issue that we're facing.
But I like those. They're tasty.
You're valid.
So we went to Detroit for the Tangent Gallery show. I think we've discussed it on the podcast before.
It was great. It was the one with it was the Solar Disco Force theme show.
Yep.
With the escape room. Yeah.
Which we haven't discussed that.
Really?
As like a whole story.
Well, we'll come back to it.
But after we finished the evening, it was 2, 3 a.m.
Yeah, by the time that had finished, we probably went on stage at like midnight or something. Maybe 11, but we had to play, then we had to go back and change out. Then we had to pack up, and we still have a lot of crap, but we had more crap back then.
We were the 5-piece at that point.
Yeah, we were a 5-piece. Oh man, that show was so good. Me and Goron got down, I think Goron got in the audience and started playing.
Well, Goron was known for that.
Yeah, I know. If only
before he hurled himself into the sun.
Anyway,
so needless to say, at 3 a.m. after you finish a pretty rockin' show, you're hungry.
Well, we wanted to go home. We're like, hey, we're tired. Can we just go die somewhere?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you could, but we're going out to eat. And we're like, okay, I guess we can be up another couple of hours.
Yep.
What was the name of that restaurant? You remember?
The Owl or something?
Is that what it was called?
Yeah, something along the lines of an owl that wasn't Hooters.
It's like OWL. It's standing for something.
Yeah, I remember it was something about an owl, but I can't remember. It was some kind of diner.
Standing wood logs.
Was this what we're doing now? Oscar-worthy lounge chairs.
Otters with lemons.
Obscenely wilted lettuce.
Opportunistic Wilkshire logistics.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Oh, yeah. We'll do one more.
Outstanding Walmart lemon butter. I don't know.
We're coming back to that because I'm mad at Walmart.
Okay.
Avoidable Walgreens lover.
There you go. That's it. That's it.
For that doesn't start with an O.
What?
Avoidable.
Oh shit. Avoidable. I have a PhD. I wasn't a professor in spelling.
I'm just gay. It's okay.
But you know what? We can change the letters. That's fine. We make the rules. It's our podcast.
So
anyway,
it was the Owl. It was something like that. It's like a diner. It's in Detroit. I don't know where it was.
It's like fancy Waffle House.
It was fancier than Waffle House. I understand that, but Waffle House has waffles
No, I mean like the way that
Quoted.
the building itself was kind of Waffle House.
Yeah, it's very. It's like Waffle House has waffles. Contra 2020. Yeah, it is. It's got like a big long diner that you can have stools, and it's got like 3 tables, and the line was out the door.
Yep.
And we had to park. Oh God, help us!
We
had
were
to park
tired.
The trailer, and it was awful. And it was so late, but we decided to go stand in line. And I distinctly remember my problem is they had like a meal of the day, and it was marked for Thursday still. And it was Friday already. No, it was Saturday. It was marked for Friday, and it was Saturday already. And I was confused as to what the meal of the day was. I don't remember what I got.
Did you get like tacos?
I mean, that sounds right, but I don't remember. Like, it was so long ago. But
Like
tell what you ordered, Professor Eclipse.
Well, I got the sopas.
What'd you get?
I expected the open-faced pastry sandwich because I was like, "Oh man, they've got sopas," and so I was like, "Do you have the sopas?" And the guy was like, "I think we're out. Hold on just a sec." So he went back and he asked, and I was like, "Oh man, I really hope they have those open-faced pastry sandwiches that I'm looking forward to. That would really cap off this evening." And then they're like, "Yeah, we got that," and I was like, "Great, I will take one of those."
Fantastic.
We get a sealed bag and all the trimmings of
That's
whatever
right.
we ordered. I got a couple of like soft like street tacos too, just because. And we made it back to the house that we were staying at, and I opened the bag, and there's soup. A bowl of what I can only describe as broth and potatoes with cilantro in it.
You were pissed.
It was not an open-faced sandwich.
It was fucking soup.
It was also like 3 in the morning.
It was way early.
So I didn't care enough to go back and say, "Hey, I don't know Spanish, so I didn't get what I thought I was getting."
We barely found the damn parking spot we found on this street.
All the roads were closed to get there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. We had to, like, forge a new path, and Google was mad.
Yep.
I remember that, and it sucked.
Like, you need to turn left right now if you want to go there. Cops.
Cops got the whole thing barricaded. I'm
Like,
like,
all right, well, we'll go this way.
I
You
guess
need to
we're
turn right now
yeah,
to get there.
cops.
Road's closed.
Yep.
Yeah.
We went on a freaking adventure. Is what we did.
That's not the first time that we've had that problem. Where roads are closed in the middle of the night. Whenever we played in Louisville and we stayed the night.
We stayed the night in Louisville? Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
It was whenever I stayed with Melody and Lucas. You
You
stayed.
did too, and I stayed with the Louisville crew.
Yeah.
A friendship device. Yeah.
So we got a different taco place. It's always the taco places that cause us some issues, it seems like. But all the roads were closed because I guess the Pride Festival there was the next day or something along those lines.
I know exactly where you're talking about.
But like every street was closed. And the back streets were closed. And it's like, well, how do you even get there?
I think we
Like
got
a random
there.
ass alleyway.
We did get there.
Were you all there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We ate inside.
Okay, I didn't remember. I remember the friendship device being there. I didn't remember y'all being there.
I don't remember the friendship device being there.
Well, I ate at the restaurant that had burritos as big as your head.
I think that's what you claimed it was, and the burrito was not as big as my head.
I didn't claim jack shit. It's just what it said on the menu. I had never been there before. But I distinctly remember these lesbians telling me they liked my hair, and then I realized later that I color my hair to basically say, hey, I'm queer as shit. And when people tell me they like my hair, they're probably telling me, hey, you're queer. That's cool. And I always miss it until like 2 hours later. I'm like, oh, man! Ah! So.
You missed the trans agenda, I guess, in that particular instance.
That's a pretty small agenda.
Well, complimenting each other's hair is nice.
I mean, I complimented back. I just didn't realize the signal they were giving me is the issue.
Okay.
Anyway, so colored hair and taco places in Louisville. I was going to say something about the next time we went. Oh.
That was also the time you bought that gigantic synthesizer that's still in your...
Was it?
I'm pretty sure, because
Man,
we had to figure out a way to get it home.
No. It's not. It's an organ. We bought that organ when we went to Cincinnati.
Well, that was the same weekend. We did Louisville one night, Cincinnati the next night, came back, crashed.
Yeah, we didn't have the trailer because I had...
The little robot.
Yeah, but I don't think the taco place was that story.
No,
I remember
that's
us doing it. We stayed the night a couple times, surely.
No.
No? All right.
We
No, you
stayed-
all went home that day and left the trailer. I got this is what we're bickering about. This is the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You all went home, and I remember, and came back. You did not stay the night. That was not the taco story. This is a different time. But I did buy a gigantic ass fucking transistor organ.
It is an ass fucking organ.
It's not that big. You apparently have not seen how big organs can get. It's a pretty small organ considering.
How does it compare to the size of a banana? That's really the question.
The answer to that is all organs seem ginormous to the size of a banana. So it's not very descript.
I don't know. An
Contract
appendix
120.
seems pretty small compared to a banana.
Anyway, so the next time we went to the Tangent Gallery, which was the next year.
Yep.
It was before Pride? It was before Pride.
Yes.
It was in May. Pride was in June. I remember we got up there. We had taken the trailer all the way to Detroit. 7 hours. We get out, and somebody points at the trailer and says, "Hey, is it supposed to do that?" And one of the bolts had almost fallen out. I looked down, I was like, I don't think it's supposed to do that. And I went and looked, and basically what had happened was usually there's a castle nut, which is like, it's a nut that looks like a rook on a chessboard. And the idea is you tighten it, and there's a hole in the bolt, and you stick a wire in it. That way the nut can't move. The wire was gone, as was the nut.
Yeah. That trailer has been a death trap.
It hasn't. The fucking jack stands have been worse than the trailer.
Well, you say that.
I do say that. We should have died several times by now. Don't even get me riled up about the Harbor Freight jack stands.
We've lost so many tires.
We've lost a couple tires.
Both tires at once at one point.
Yeah, that's true.
From the
It was in Alabama.
the New Orleans trip.
Yep.
It's their
And I
fault.
got chiggers.
The road was bad.
Yeah, it was like they were doing the construction. They redid this side of the road and not this side of the road, and so we crossed over into this lane and it tore up the tire.
Yep.
And then we put new tires on and they smoked.
Yep. We
quit.
The wood.
We made a 20-minute trip to the closest Walmart.
Yeah,
Under 20 minutes.
it was longer than 20 minutes. It was like the whole round trip was like 50 at least. And I sat on the edge of the interstate the whole time.
Yep.
At the
To
hot
protect
Alabama sun
to protect the equipment.
in the summer in July. Anyway, so we got way off topic. So this bolt was just about backed out on the suspension holding the axle. And the next day we were like, well, I found some wire in the 10 gallery that I wrapped on there. I was like, that'll keep the bolt from backing out. It'll be fine. And then we went to the Home Depot the next day in Detroit.
Yep.
And that was a nightmare.
That place was busy as fuck.
It was busy as fuck. And it was like everybody took all the nuts and put them in a trash bag and shook them up and then put them back wherever. I was pissed I couldn't find what the hell I was looking for.
They had a pretty clean bathroom, though.
I believe it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the trailer's all... Let's not about the fall apart. It's probably fine.
I don't know. We haven't used it in a while.
That scares me. I'm waiting to see. Like, we may have to drive it across the around
Rust
town.
it up and stuff.
I don't know about that. We'll grease it up and we'll take it around town, empty. Just see if it rolls and whatever.
Make sure we don't die.
Yeah. Anyway, so
So you hate Walmart?
I do hate Walmart. They're in trouble. I called Walmart corporate and yelled at them.
Ooh.
Yeah. I showed you the picture of the screw, right?
Yes.
I had a screw in my tire. I mean, it was like a good 3-inch screw.
Right.
But I was like, oh, dang. Like, somebody left me a note at work. And I got off work, and I never checked the windshield wipers for notes. So I don't know. I understand why people do that, but mean, I got like a quarter mile away from work, and I'm like, fucking dope my windshield. I looked at it and said, hey, you got a big ass screw in your tire. You might want to get that changed. I was like, well, the sensors don't say it's flat, so I'll wait till I get home. I got home, big old rusted screw. I was like, oh crap, I need to go to Walmart and get a new tire. So I called the Walmart Auto Center. Nobody picked up. I was
Right.
like, okay, maybe they're closed. That's why I called anyway. It is 6. So I called the front store. Nobody answered. Okay, now I'm upset, and I'm going to have to drive to Walmart, and if I can't get the help I need, I'm going to be pissed. So I drove to Walmart, parked back where the auto stuff is, and,
Closed.
well, the sign says they were open, but I couldn't get in the side door, so I had to walk all the way around to the front. Walk all the way in the Walmart, all the way back to the auto center, the lights are off. At this point, I'm done. I go out to the customer service person, I'm like, I need Walmart's corporate number. Okay, so she writes it down. On the way out, I call. And I explain all this stuff. And she's like, well, that's unacceptable. What I can do is I can send the store manager an email. I was like, that's all I want. I just want somebody to be in trouble.
Okay, Karen. Jeez.
It wasn't that bad. Like, I could have Karen would have asked for like gift cards and shit. And I was like,
Comrade Karen.
there you go. There you go.
Hashtag
Comrade Karen. I feel like Karens are inherently capitalistic, though.
As long as it suits their interests, I suppose.
Like, I don't think we are not getting into that right now. No.
Well, this podcast is a
So
free
get
for
this
all,
shit.
essentially.
So here's the punchline. So I get a call back from that Walmart.
Okay.
Hey, my name is such and such. Give us a call back. We want to talk to you. I didn't call them back. I was like, I don't want to talk to them. Then I went to Louisville, and I got another call. Hey, this is such and such, different person. Give us a call back. I called them back. Nobody answered the phone.
Sounds about right. Did you ever actually talk to them?
No.
Okay.
They're in so much trouble.
I had to do one of those this week.
Do an angry phone call with somebody?
Not an angry phone call, just like a complaint.
Oh. Yeah? How'd that go?
Well, pretty well. I rarely make complaints at things.
Oh, you made a complaint?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since we're on that topic, I did make
What'd you complain to?
PepsiCo.
You complained to Pepsi?
I did.
What? Did it taste like Coke?
No, I went to the gas station and got a 2-liter of Diet, as you do, because you live right next to one.
Yep.
I got home and it was still sealed and everything. I crack it, it's flat.
Flat.
I go get another one, flat. I was like, oh, I guess they should probably know about this.
Yeah.
So then I just sent them a tweet. I was like, hey, your soda's flat.
They answered back?
They were like, message us. And then I had to give them codes and stuff. And then they sent me 3 coupons.
Coupons.
You win this round.
Yep.
Here gets Pepsi.
I win coupons.
Okay. So, do we have any more band stories?
We've got many more band stories.
Yeah, but we're going to tell any more this week?
Nah, we can move on to question time.
Okay, that's valid. All right.
Bust out the old, comm unit.
I think the question had to do with how are we faring and what are we doing during the times, the current times.
We've got a couple questions.
What? You're going to burn through all the questions.
We have enough we only do this once every 2 weeks.
That's valid.
So, Jacob McPeak asks, what has today's events weighed on your band? What are your future plans on writing new material and just progressing?
We are writing new material. I need to be writing more material. I've been working on the material that we've written. But I think I'm done kicking that can right now. I think I'm about to do something else.
Kicking the can on the song that we're currently...
Yeah, it's good enough.
Okay.
Like when we take it to the studio, we can do all kinds of things to it.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as playing it live and all this stuff, it's fine. The other song, I sped it up. It's fine. I'm not going to mess with it anymore.
Right. This was a 2-parter. I'm going to have to bring it back up because I've already forgotten it.
Anyway.
What has today's events weighed on your band?
Well, okay. Well, that's fine. If we're going to do this, what are today's events?
Okay. So today is July 9th, 2020. Today's events, if we're going to go through the whole 2020, dear God. Okay.
It's been a rough year.
It has been the worst year so far. We've got COVID.
Yeah, that's a kicker.
COVID has essentially destroyed the music industry more or less. It's evolving currently. Some bands are more on top of it than others.
How on top of it are we, Professor?
We're kind of in a middle ground.
We are.
We're working on new stuff, but we haven't really done any live internet shows or anything like that lately.
We're going to. It's on the website. I fixed it on the website. You can see that we're going to have an internet show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SolarDiscoForce.com.
So, 2020, the first major setback for us, at least, was it all kind of happened at once. We were supposed to have this big show with the Cybertronic Spree, MC Chris, and ourselves at a venue in Nashville called the Basement East.
Yeah, it's a big one.
And that was supposed to be a pretty rocking show. Before COVID hit, officially, a tornado destroyed that venue.
Yep.
And a good portion of
Nashville,
like East Nashville, with it. Granted, we were not nearly as affected as anybody else that had to deal with that situation. Like, we were not affected by the tornado itself. We just had a show canceled, essentially. So, sucks for us, sucks way more for other people. Within a week of that, COVID officially hit by the Trumpian standards of, it's bad, it's a big deal now.
Gee, I wonder who we're for.
I never saw this coming. Anyway, so that's a thing that happened immediately afterwards. So it was like, initially, that's going to be rescheduled. We'll find another venue for you, and we'll still be able to do it the same day. No big deal. Then cut to a week later, everything shut down.
Yep.
For us, we historically, until very, very, very recently, and that's not even proven yet, have booked all of our own stuff.
Yep.
So everything that we had booked for this year canceled.
Yeah, pretty much.
Essentially.
Shit.
We were supposed to do Atlanta. We had initially had a plan to do a week-long tour that was supposed to be happening essentially right now.
Yep.
Where we hit New York, Washington, D.C.,
Columbus, Ohio, Charleston, West Virginia. Is that the name of that town?
Maybe.
Lexington, Cincinnati, Nashville.
I think Boston might have been on the table at one point.
Boston is so far north. There was no way I was going to let us go any farther than New York.
Philly was on the
Was
table.
it?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think Philly
it was one of the things we could have done.
Philly was super close to New York geographically.
Yeah.
So we would hit, it was New York, then Philly, Washington, D.C., swing down, I think, to maybe Atlanta.
No.
We
were going to go to West Virginia and Lexington at home.
Either way.
Atlanta was a different tour.
That's southeast. We were going to do a northeast tour.
Yes.
Our first outing other than just kind of straight north and south.
Yep.
From where we currently are. That out the window.
Oh, yeah.
It might not even happen next year either, because usually the way that our band funds work is we do our usual shows to build up an income for the band.
Yep.
We, as musicians in the band, don't really get paid that much for all of it. It mostly goes to the band as a entity all its own. The bright side to that is it covers the touring costs for the most part. Sometimes we need to pay for our own hotel costs, but it pays for like all the gas, any equipment that we might need, like lighting, sound, new laptop if it breaks, any of that type of shit that's not our personal equipment. And it also leaves a fund for other things, music videos if we ever get around to it, recording the next album, merch, and then we can also take personal loans out from it.
Don't be starting beef on the podcast, Professor Clip.
Oh, I'm not. But it is. We essentially treat the band fund as
it's its own entity. Is what it is.
A micro bank of sorts.
Yeah.
A credit union, if you will. But since we haven't been able to do any of that this year, we're still running off the income that we had from last year.
Yeah, but we don't. That's the thing. Like, one of our biggest expenditures of the year is merch.
Yep, and we haven't really had to buy any because
we don't do anything.
Yeah.
By the way, you can buy merch on SolarDiscoForce.com/shop.
So that is the upside, too. Like, we haven't made any money, but we haven't spent any either. So, essentially, the 2019 budget swings to the 2021 budget. And since we are recording our own music this time, and Contra is learning the processes of mixing, mastering, and all that, that's less money that we're having to spend there, too. So, all things considered, we are probably better off in some aspects than some of the other bands that we know. But worse off in the sense that the way entertainment works, and this is getting into it, I guess.
The Way Entertainment Works by Professor Eclipse, #1 New York bestseller.
The way entertainment works, especially in today's society, is a 24-hour cycle. You have the 24-hour news cycle, 24-hour YouTube cycle, so on and so forth. If you're not constantly doing stuff and constantly on people's screens, they will forget about you.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not like it was in 2006 through 9 or so, for example.
Sure.
Where if you had a viral video on YouTube, for example, it had staying power. That viral video stuck around and it became a huge thing, and everybody knew about it.
Chocolate Rain.
Exactly. Chocolate Rain, Star Wars Kid, Double Rainbow.
Numa Numa. We sang the Numa Numa song the other day. We were washing our cars and it came on and we started singing it. Anyway.
So you have that old school methodology of thinking, and that's where a lot of people that are not as tech savvy, I guess, if you broke it down into generations, older generations probably don't get it. Realistically, our generation barely gets it. We're barely hanging on, and then the generation below us kind of invented it. As far as this new system of always in your face all the time goes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm only 25.
Yeah. All of us are only 18 yesterday.
I'm a robot. I don't age.
You do, though. I work in a factory. You do.
Wear and tear.
Yeah.
But nowadays, especially, there was a YouTube algorithm shift and just a general change of how things work.
Recently?
I say recently, but recently is 10 years ago at this point.
Okay. Yeah.
To where it shifted away from longevity and started being more of a, what have you done for me today?
Yep, you're valid.
And at that point, YouTubers and entertainers, content creators in general, started having to do a video every single day in order to stay active. Because if you don't, the algorithm kills you. You're dead.
I tried to do that once.
Yeah?
Yeah, I tried to do 3 videos a day.
Yeah, that's probably too many.
It was too many. It was barely sustainable. See, the thing was, don't look us up. The thing was, it wasn't a big deal when we were making money. Mm-hmm. Our first month was $1.87.
Yeah, and you feel good about that.
Yeah, you do, because at least it's working, right? Mm-hmm. You spend you work 40 hours a week, and then you spend another 30 hours a week doing the thing. It's at least hey, this is working. Mm-hmm. If we keep this up, eventually it'll be $20 a month, and then $100 a month. If we keep going and working, it will eventually make some kind of money.
Right.
Month 2, YouTube said, "Nah, fam, Adpocalypse, we only pay the famous people."
Yeah, YouTube changed the rules.
And I was just like, okay, then I'm not doing this anymore.
It was like you had to have so many hours of content and
1,000.
so many subscribers and so much watch time within a certain amount of...
Yeah, it was 1,000 hours a month. If you have 1,000 hours a month of watch time, they will consider paying you something.
Right.
We don't.
One of my channels was grandfathered into that. I know.
You had enough things.
I make pennies. Woo-hoo. I think over the course of that entire channel's run, I made like $2,000, give or take.
There you go. You're buying the first round.
That's more than we made.
Yeah, we made $1.07.
Yeah, but I also spent like $5. So.
Oh, yeah. I dig it.
You know, you gotta spend money to really not make anything.
So anyway, this year we've gotten way off topic.
It's all part of the encompassing
but
topic.
are you coming back?
We're getting there.
Okay.
So basically, like I was saying, you have to do things every day or ever so often in order to remain relevant. Which is part of the reason that we've been dropping singles instead of doing just an album like we did.
You say, we have dropped a couple singles.
We released one in April. We released one in June. Yep. We had intended to release one soon-ish.
It's on the list.
It is on the list. Maybe September or October by now. Unless we can get there sooner.
It's doable.
We're doing the live stream show where we're showing off like 5 new songs or something like that. Yeah. 3, 4.
We're showing off 3 new songs. We're playing 4 new songs, maybe 5.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to take another technical difficulties moment again.
Okay.
Anyway, so I had another technical difficulty. I had to blow my nose. Anyway, I don't know where you were.
Contra had a technical difficulty. Had to blow the nose.
Yep.
We were discussing the fact that we have been releasing stuff fairly regularly, including this podcast, in order to stay somewhat relevant in the eyes of people, and just because we want to, do this to have fun too. Yeah. And we, at some point within the past 3 years, we determined that we need to have fun doing this.
Yep.
Or it's not worth doing.
You're right.
To be extremely candid with the people that are still listening at this point, there for a little while we were not having fun. We were to an extent, but it was more complaints and not fun.
Yeah,
most of the time than fun. It was only really fun whenever we were literally on stage. And then everything else was just, well, we got to do this, and we got to do this, and we also have to record this next album, and we got to drag people in to make sure we have practice on time. Yep. We got to do this. And it was not fun. If something didn't change, the band was either going to not exist soon, or there was going to be just stopping live shows altogether and just reassessing what the fuck we're doing.
Yep.
We got past that point.
Yep.
We're at a good point now.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
To a long-winded roundabout to where we are, we're okay.
TLDR.
We're doing fine. We're just, instead of doing one thing, we're trying to do another.
Yeah.
That's what
we're shifting away-ish from focusing just 100% on music. We're kind of doing the podcast a little bit. We're doing the music. And we're talking about doing live shows again and stuff.
We're going to.
We're definitely going to do them. Yeah. It's just a matter of the world has to be fixed first.
Yeah, the world has to be ready for Solar Disco Force.
We're ready for the world, but
that's
the world ready for
us? We're ready to stop the lizards, but the world needs time.
Yep. If I wanted to fit this into our canon somehow, the lizards could have unleashed a deadly virus or something like that. But the world's too serious right now to throw it into just whatever bullshit we're making. So that covers the first half of this question, I guess.
Oh my god!
What was the other half? what are your future plans on writing new material and just progressing?
We're doing that.
We're doing that.
Yeah, we're doing that. I'm progressing. That's not writing music. We have. This is more boring than the stuff you had to talk about, but
Okay.
we've changed the infrastructure from how the band does live shows.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be kind of a, I don't know, 7 or 8 case thing, and now it's more like a 4 case thing.
Yep.
Unless I start taking more keyboards on the road. I want to bring another one. You know it. I just need the part for it first. You know it's gonna look sexy when I bring that guitar on stage, and we do all the stuff with the guitar. It's gonna be great. Oh yeah, I got the Prophet, the guitar. I dropped the keyboard for it. I don't take the Roland on stage anymore.
Oh, I only don't take 2, and I'm bringing 4, and it's
So we have like an effects rack now, and it does everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's wired to do everything. You don't have to set up a bunch of wires when you get there. You just plug into it, and it's good to go. It just runs.
We focused on a lot of quality of life changes for
We
the
did.
band.
Drums all fit in one box.
What?
Drums all fit in one box. now?
Drums all fit in
Yep.
one box. It's not several freaking cases.
That's the dirty little secret of being in a band. Carrying shit sucks.
It's so bad. So everything's heavy and it's bad.
You gotta haul it upstairs. You gotta haul it downstairs.
You know what really scares me? I had this thought today.
Huh?
After I have my surgery, I can't pick up things, like heavy things, for like at least 4 months.
I think it'll probably be a while before we play live again, if I'm being perfectly
No,
honest.
you're valid, but like, y'all might have to carry some heavy shit, and I just stand there. It might end up being that way for like a couple months.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
On a realistic timeline, that's what, November?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've had new developments. I don't know.
That's fair.
Anyway, so
Assuming it's winter at some point between
it'll
now
probably
and
be winter or something.
yeah, between now and like next March, like that we don't tour in the winter anyway.
You're valid.
And even if COVID like suddenly disappears,
Yeah, that's what happens.
yeah, it's gonna disappear. If it does, it won't. But if it does, we're not going to suddenly start touring at Christmas
No.
just because.
We won't. What else have we done in the downtime?
We have been writing the new music. We've been practicing a new song called "Spirit of the Warrior."
Yep, that's actually coming along really well.
Yes. It's probably my favorite Solar Disco 4 song offhand.
Too damn fast.
You always say that.
Groove needs a software update to be able to move at that speed.
It's fast.
It is fast. It's not the fastest. I mean, it is the fastest song we have.
Yeah, it is the fastest song we have, period.
But you'll be able to hear that probably in our August live stream
Yeah,
show.
probably. It'll probably be about the end of August, I think, so we
Yeah,
talked about.
it's pretty close to ready to go.
Yeah,
At least for a live performance.
valid.
We do need to get the female vocalist to do the backing vocals if we're going to play it live
You're not wrong.
anytime soon.
You're not wrong.
Or we can fudge it. That's band business
I'd
talk.
rather go to Louisville and record the female vocalist.
That's fine. But yeah, that's working. The songs this time around are a little bit deeper than they
The
were.
website.
We do have the website.
We've been working on the website while we've been down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the website got a whole makeover, and I'm still working on it. It's still just nitpicky crap I have to screw with and kick, and I need to replace all the pictures on the website. I am mad.
Well, we haven't had a live show to take new pictures. in a
No, they can
while
be the
either.
same pictures. They just have to be in a stupid format.
Oh.
And they take up less space, and the website loads faster, and Google's happier. That's
Yeah.
that's literally what I'm doing right now. Is like, how do I please the Google guy? Well, you do this. So.
But yeah, with the new songwriting and stuff, some of the songs are a little bit deeper than they were before. It's not simple like pelvic thrust.
I don't know, fam. I'd say "Goodbye Space Cowboy" is a pretty deep song.
Well, so the songs that you wrote the lyrics to, you write them with something in mind.
That's fair.
The songs that I write typically have been more party songs.
That's valid.
Like, not a lot of like underlying substance in those. It's like dance, groove, party, intergalactic dance party, It literally dance party.
It's like the party rock anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the new songs are.
Do they come from a special place, Professor Eclipse?
Well, they come from the fact that I've been like depressed for like the past.
That's
like
valid.
6
Some of my
days.
best work comes from a bad place. So.
Darker lyrics. It's a lot of more underlying tones of like, are you good enough? Yes, you are. That type of stuff going on in it. You'll just have to wait and listen to it.
You'll have to wait
really.
and listen to it.
And there's way less talk box, so you'll actually be able to actually understand the lyrics instead of hearing.
I think we should do a version where you do that.
Not
No.
even talk boxes. Mouth.
Yeah, just you, like, playing the non-existent harmonica.
Well, there was that. There was that show where the talk box just died.
That was Zome's last
It
show.
was Ohm's last show. A fitting end. I could not play an instrument.
I can't remember why.
The power cable.
That's
was broken.
right. The power cable for the pedal went bad.
Yep. So I basically had to stand there and go, okay, how do these lyrics go when they're supposed to be sung? Turns out, the songs that we've written prior to this new album, the lyrics are designed for a keyboard,
Yep.
like for a talk box. They do not work when you sing them.
I believe it.
So they're not like, there's nothing really special about like notation song-wise, like lyrically singing them. So it sounds boring whenever it's not used with a talk box.
Yep.
At least to me. I
No,
don't know.
you're valid.
Yeah.
Was there another question? Was there another part to this question to answer? Or did we get to the end?
That was just how are you progressing in new material? And,
Yep. That's how we're doing. Okay. I think that wraps it up for this episode.
Okay. Have we been going an hour? I know we had to stop a few times because you had.
I think
helmet
surely to God,
difficulties.
between all the YouTube algorithm talk and the story about the soup, surely to God.
All right.
All right. I think we're good.
Well, that's all of our
That's
time for tonight.
That's right. That's all of our time for today on the Solar Disco 4 Super Show.
The
I hope you
podcast.
liked the spaceship.
Yep, it's there.
Yep, it's there. We'll see you all in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep. Be
Yay!
sure to like and comment and subscribe.
And go to SolarDiscoForce.com and buy all the merch you can afford. Because it
Slam
really
that
helps out
like
the band.
bell. Karate chop it in the face. And all that stuff that the young folks are saying.
Instapot that like button.
Instapot that like button. Yep.
All right, over there.
And you cheese balls the subscription. Anyway, all right, we'll see you all next time.
Stay fresh, cheese
Stay
bags.
fresh.